Now it's time for the secret database. Congratulations, we've made it all the way to here. Video number 4 for the night. You know, I'm usually a pretty private person, and I found myself sort of, disgusted in Americans. This government, we own it. Everyone thought Barack Obama was going to change things. I said Barack wasn't going to change anything. Um, you know, I'm not going to say I told you so, and I'm not going to gloat because it's just not who I am. Because America, we need to work together, not against one another, in order to resolve these issues. And any one person who separates themselves or wants special recognition for their group or their organization or their beliefs or their ideologies, well, you're just loaded. This is more of that dividing America. This is what they've intended this whole time. And now that they have you all divided, or at least relatively divided, Americans are waking up exponentially, which is fantastic. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from learning. There's nothing stopping you from finding out why they're doing what they're doing and why they've chosen to crash the economies of the whole globe. Well, first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna say, well, we can't really feed all these people anyway, and we can't really take care of them all anyway, and since it's been a proven historical fact that every time a society is well-to-do, birth rates go up. Suddenly, there's no jobs, and then it begins to decline. And the first thing that we need to do is sort of cut that level there and kill off all these groups. Well, another response would be to show parenting as responsibility. But you stupid human beings, you'll never do anything like that. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it for you. We'll kill off this section of them, and then we'll take that. And you know, I don't know. It's a multifolded problem that can be addressed. You want to be an enlightened people. You want to move on to the future. You want to capture some sense of realism here in America today, and be someone. Then the first thing that you need to do is own up to the responsibility of yourself. And this isn't about money. This is about your own personal responsibility. This is about your way of thinking, your frame of mind. I don't care if you're Catholic or Jewish or Protestant or Jehovah's Witness or Mormon. I don't care what you are. The responsibility lies with each and every one of us. Now, I can attack each group individually, and I can even attack my own group. But it's up to us individually to change ourselves, and by changing ourselves, we suddenly begin to give a new reflection of who we are. Now, on the flip flop, you know, they said there was no secret database. Yes, there is, and they're keeping track of all of you. And the new Google monster is nothing compared to the new federal monster that they have in Washington, D.C. They're keeping track of how you spend your money and what you do with your life, what you look for on the internet, what you're thinking, and they probably almost can anticipate what your next move is. So you got to keep shifting up. You got to keep freaking them out. Do something different. I'm a creature of habit. I'm probably not going to shake up very much. But I want to bring up Ruby Ridge and Waco, Texas. The Mirror Building. The Mirror Building. They say the bomb was all in one truck, but when you go back to the Mirror Building and you do the research, you find out that there were 3 bombs in the building, which he had no access to. But the first story was he rolled up in a truck loaded full of material to blow up the building, which is why it blew up just the face. But what they don't tell you is the evidence for Waco, Texas, was inside the Mirror Building when it was blown up. Little known fact. They don't talk about that very much. So all the evidence that could vindicate those folks in Waco, Texas, was blown up at the Mirror Building. Now, on another short note, it was also said that George Bush Jr. former President George Bush, gave Osama bin Laden a guided tour through the Mir building. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'd like to find something that would, certainly clarify that for everyone. America, you say the RFID, this chip implant that they want to put in you. Oh, that's okay. That's to stop terrorism. But what they don't tell you is the testing that they've done on animals so far has created cancerous lesions under the skin of these animals. And that's a proven fact. So there's your cancerous lesion, there's your boils, there's your religion. I don't even want to go on the religious side. You know, I don't know. There's so much I've written down here, and it's like, Rahm Emanuel is the bug in my bonnet right now. He's just, I don't know. He's not even an American citizen, and I think anyone who holds dual citizenship, I don't care if it is Israel, I don't care if it's France, I don't care if it's the tiny island of Madagascar, I don't care. If you hold dual citizenship, you should not be holding public office in any way, shape, or form. And for that, he should be removed from his political office. America, it's the little things that have betrayed and corrupted us. I mean, I was under attack from my very youth. Television was inundating me with the ideas of what I should think and what I should feel and how I should approach issues and what should make me angry and what should make me happy. And they lied to me. Yeah, I was raised on TV. I was part of the TV generation. Sixth of seven kids, seven of eight with one miscarriage. So there were a lot of us, and a lot of us grew up on TV and the fantasy, and the fantasy. The American dream isn't television and buying and consuming. The American dream is finding out what you're good at and doing it for the rest of your life and being awesome with it. Now, if you don't have to make money to do it, yeah, that's communism. But if you have to figure out a way of making money at it, then you're probably good at it if you start making money at it, which is why communism failed. That's the bonus of money. Now, how do we take the power away from the Rothschilds family? How do we take the power away from these elitists who seem to think that you're dirt? Now, if I kept my mouth shut all this time and I kept busy and did the right thing, I'd be not on the lists that I'm on now. I'd be on other lists where I'd be a viable, productive piece of the American pie, which is soon to be the North American Union pie. And America, the USA as you know it, will be gone. And as an old man, I would be able to watch it all formulate. But that's not good enough for me. My fifth great grandfather, Owen Jarrett, would be ashamed of me if I did anything less than this. He served in the Revolutionary War. I owe my family a legacy. It took me 20 years to find out what my duty is here and how proud I should be of my country. I took for granted everything in America, and only in the last probably, well, since my son was born, so let's say 14 years, have I really seen the corruption and how we can change it. And it begins with you, and it begins with me. This is our country, and we can change it. We can take it back, but you have to convince yourself that this is what we need to do. Moving on to my next video, so for everybody else that's been dragging with these videos, they're going to get worse. So I'll see you guys in just a minute.